Welcome back, it's me, Lou. I'm here for another action figure unboxing and review. Today from Hasbro in their Marvel Legends series, we are featuring Secret Wars Iron Man. Alright, so this line of action figures is celebrating 40 years of the comic book series Secret Wars that debuted in 1984. During that time period, I think I was in the 3rd grade in elementary school, so this really dates me. I think outside of the Wolverine figure, I think this was the action figure I was looking forward to the most. I believe this figure comes with the most accessories. You're getting a lot with the Iron Man figure. In addition to getting the cool novel lenticular shield, much like the original Mattel figure, you're getting his blaster, which is also what you got in the 84 Mattel action figure. Alternate hands. You're getting smoking gun effects, which is insane. And the craziest thing ever is such a deep cut and Easter egg. You're getting Iron Man's roller skates. So if you remember the Secret Wars comic book, I think it was in issue 3. There's the one panel when he's with Captain Marvel, and then he's on roller skates. It's wild. It's kind of one of those weird powers that people forget that his costume possesses. Keep in mind, this was the early 80s. Disco was kind of dead, but roller skating was still kind of big. The cool thing with these two is if you wanted to, you might be able to slap these onto other figures. I know Jubilee was big into she wasn't big into roller skating. I think she was into inlining. She was using roller blades. Dazzler used disco skates. So really cool, fun accessory. On the back, the Invincible Iron Man helps the Avengers navigate the Beyonders' gladiatorial contest, all while harboring a secret about his identity. Over here we have the pre-symbiote black costume Spider-Man, Captain America, Iron Man, the Wolverine, which is friggin' awesome. That's a great figure. Titania, I still need her, and then the Beyonder. Here are the instructions for using the lenticular shield. You can open it up and swap out the inserts. Alright, so you're getting a lot of accessories with this guy. You're getting your money's worth. A lot of bang for your buck. Alright, so be careful removing the cardboard insert here because you can easily damage the cardboard. I accidentally dog-eared mine trying to remove the Beyonders. So to remove this properly, on the side, this push down on the plastic tabs so you're not fighting the cardboard when it's coming out. And then it should come out easily. And that's all right. So if you want the generic Secret Wars 40 logo, you can use this. But if you're like me, I figure you're probably just going to keep the lenticular card because it's more, throwback to the original toy. 1 minute it's Tony Stark, the next minute it's Iron Man. Tony Stark, Iron Man. Tony Stark, Iron Man. All right, I'm also going to swap out the hand because he does come with open palms for the repulsor, but if you want to use the blaster, you need the blaster holding hand. This is cool. This is a pretty spot-on recreation of the one we got in 1984 with the Mattel action figure. But what's even cooler, I dig this a lot. This is so cool. I don't know if this is a first for Marvel Legends, but I know they've done stuff where you can recreate muzzle flash. But here, if you want to recreate a smoking gun, go for it. It's so cool. I love this effect so much. For me, this is such a cool accessory. That's awesome. I like that a lot. And again, this is the hand that can wield the weapon. Very, very cool. I'm not really a fan of these repulsor blasts because they're always warped. They always bend. They're hard to keep straight. But if you want to recreate the repulsor effects, you either put him on his boots so you can make him look like he's jetting off. But again, like I said, they're always bent. They never look right. So you have that. And then you have the really, really cool roller skates. That's so cool. They're kind of hard to plug in, surprisingly. They're kind of tight, and there you go. Got one on. Yeah, if you have this action figure, I think it's like mandatory to display them with the roller skates. And it's mandatory that you have to buy the 2-pack with Captain Marvel and Doctor Doom, just so you can recreate that one image where Iron Man's skating in the foreground and then Captain Marvel's flying behind him. And I am going to swap out that hand right here, so I could put on the one with that can hold the blaster, because I really want the full-on 1984 figure with the gun or the weapon like that. That looks neat. My one thing is I kind of wish they'd give us an alternate head for this figure. That's the kind of thing that's kind of pains me with this, is that on the lenticular card you get the alternate identity, but it'd be cool if you got, the alternate head. And there are, I know, some Iron Man figures out there with the alternate portrait, but it would have been nice if we got that additional accessory. Beautiful figure, very, very, very 80s Iron Man. It's a nice figure to hold too. The plastic feels very solid. Nice bright shade of red. Beautiful contrast against the yellow and then the baby blue. Very clean figure. And I just love these roller skates. This for me really makes the action figure. It's such a cool accessory to have. In terms of his articulation, Iron Man's head moves. He looks up. He looks down. Arms move. There is no butterfly joint, which I'm grateful for. I'm not a big fan. I say this all the time. I'm not a big fan of the Marvel Legends butterfly joints. Ab crunch. Arches back. I do like, the one thing I like about this is that he utilizes a very red and very yellow plastic, and it has that kind of like shine and sheen to it, where it just feels like an action figure, like a toy. This isn't trying to be realistic. It looks like a toy. It has that kind of like shiny gloss to it. But yeah, overall, beautiful figure. I like this a lot. This might be my favorite figure that I've handled so far in the wave. The Wolverine figure is amazing because I'm a big fan of 80s Wolverine. And that one's just such a beautiful figure. But this one, I think, is the standout piece. This is the one I think... Don't sleep on this figure. This one's my favorite so far. And speaking of other figures in the wave, let's get them out. I have the Wolverine here. Gorgeous figure. And then I have the antagonist of the Secret Wars, the Beyonder himself. He's gone nuts. He's warping realities, creating Battle World. So yeah, excellent line of figures. I'm so glad they're giving us these. It's like I said, for me, this is from my era. I was a little kid back then. I wasn't reading comic books just yet. A couple here and there, but I didn't become a much serious reader until a few years later. But this is such a cool toy. Love the smoking gun effect. It's awesome. Again, the roller skates are badass. If you want Wolverine to skate along, you can put him on Wolverine or the Beyonder. Yeah, so if you're a child of the 80s, this toy line probably speaks volumes to you. The comic book design is really representative of that era, and accessories, the hairstyles, everything is so, so cool. Love the play features. Highly recommended. All right, so with that being said, let's wrap this one up. Once again, my name is Lou. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning viewer subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support. I greatly appreciate it. So until the next video, be safe, take care of yourself, buy lots of toys, and most importantly, be happy. And I'll see you at the next one. All right, later.